Shifting focus, after BJP's historic victory in Haryana, Prime Minister Modi has sent a message to his Council of Ministers. The top government sources have told CNN News 18 that the Prime Minister told his ministers that the government is in service of the public. The Prime Minister has asked the Council of Ministers to focus on solving the problems of the common man, adding that good governance is rewarded by public support, pointing to the result of both Haryana as well as Jammu and Kashmir. To get more details, I'm joined by my colleague Payal Mehta on the broadcast. Payal, over to you.
Well, of course, the most important message that Prime Minister, in fact, sent today in this Council of Ministers meeting, Ayushman, was that if you do good work, then people will reward you. And the example that he cited today was the results that one saw in Haryana, and of course, a good performance by the Saffron Party in Jammu and Kashmir as well. So that's something which he really highlighted on. And more than anything else, he coined a very, very important term today, essentially saying that hum janta ke sevak hai. That means we are here to serve the cause of the common man, and that's the reason Modi feels that the mandate of the people is extremely important, because they've been brought here to work for the cause of the people. So he gave them various ideas of how to get involved with people, how to address their grievances, etc. But the big takeaway was that, do not consider yourself to be any high-handed person. You are here merely as a sevak of the public, and that's where it should remain. And that's the reason the Prime Minister himself does not call himself the Prime Minister, but calls himself Janta Ka Sevak. So obviously that's the key message. Of course, various presentations were made, various issues were discussed on how to take that governance forward, how to adopt a very robust redressal mechanism, especially for the common man, and taking into concern their problems and their troubles. So this actually was the highlight. But once again, looking at what the situation really panned out, in Haryana and of course in Jammu and Kashmir, the Prime Minister, in fact, when he entered the meeting, was given a standing ovation by the entire council for his excellent leadership that led to the results that we saw recently come out in the assembly elections.
Right. Thank you, Payal, for getting us that piece of breaking news. Prime Minister Modi giving that message to the Council of Ministers that public service is the mantra of his government, and saying that when it comes to public service, the public will always reward you for good governance, is the pitch coming in from Prime Minister to the Council of Ministers, saying that Janta Ke Sevak is the mantra of his government.